Don't you ever in life come to my class with that bonnet on your head. Hi, Cyber Sisters and Misters. I ask you all to send me saucy posts and dramatic stories that I can share on my channel. You all did not disappoint. You sent in some crazy stories, some popping posts, and many questionable questions for me to choose from. Thank you. So y'all remember when we were kids and that singles or double dutch rope was turning? Y'all remember? Our pigtails were swaying and swinging, swinging and swaying. We sang songs like Miss Mary Mack and I like coffee, I like tea. I like a bad boy and he likes me. Y'all remember? Meanwhile, that rope is still turning and it's time to jump in. So let's do it. Let's jump right in and see where this edition of Sunkissed Says takes us. Sunkissed Says. So the person that sent me this particular post today also sent me a brief message along with it. Here it is. Dear Sunkisssednic, we have a mutual friend. Blank shared your high bond tutorial video with me. I really enjoyed it and I subscribed to your channel the same day. I've watched all of your hair tutorials multiple times. Thank you, dear. Much appreciated. I don't really wear makeup, but the brow and facial video looks easy to follow too. So I might have to give it a try one of these days. I started following you on IG not long after Blank told me about your channel. My IG name is Blank. I'm not giving that out either. I saw the post where you asked followers to send. I saw the post where you asked followers to follow. I can't read today. I saw the post where you asked followers to forward you questions and topics from online or just questions that we have. So here you go. Get it? Hair. H-A-I-R. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. So here you go. This is a post that was in my 4ABC hair group. It took me forever and a day to weed back through all of the posts and find this one. But when I saw your request, I remembered this post and thought it would be a good one to talk about. So, good luck with your channel and I hope we meet through Blank soon. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to read this to you directly from my laptop. It says, "Hey guys, I have a situation. Before you read, I go to an HBCU, historically black college or university. The professor was a black woman with a perm, meaning she can easily put her hair into a ponytail. I have a short taper cut, so I can't slick my hair up into a ponytail. So I was having a bad morning, open parentheses, bad hair day, not in the mood, close parentheses. And I threw on some sweats and a bonnet and went to class. After class, I went to my internship, which is very laid back. They don't really care what you wear. My internship is at my school's radio station. I'm a journalism major. A professor of mine approached me at my internship on Thursday and said, 'Don't you ever in life come to my class with that bonnet on your head.' I want you to know that your friends talk about you and you should care what others think of you, and it's wrong of you to wear that, knowing the stigma behind black women. What's your hair situation?" As she reaches for my bonnet to lift it. I understand a bad hair day, but the least you could have done was thrown your hair in a ponytail. If you come to my class with that bonnet tomorrow, I will not acknowledge you. I hope I didn't offend you. Can I have a hug? Hold on, that's not all. Oh, the next day, I showed up in her class with 2 bonnets on. 2. She greeted everyone at the door one by one except me. I didn't let her lift my bonnet the day before, but I knew she was curious to see what was under my bonnet. Throughout the period, she didn't look at me or call on me when I'd raise my hand. I reached for my bonnet to take it off, and she quickly looked over at me. When I lifted the first bonnet off my head slowly, she stared and waited, only for the reveal of the second bonnet. Open parenthesis. I know I'm petty. Close parenthesis. She rolled her eyes at me and finished up with class. That evening, I went to my internship and she showed up to speak with my boss in front of me. She says, "I'm quick to hand out an F, so if she messes up or she's not doing what she's told, let me know so I can fail her in my class." I tried speaking to my boss about her because after that she started threatening to fail me and showing up at my internship at random times. My boss told me that being in the media industry, people will be hard on me and that she's just trying to teach me a lesson. However, I feel as though she could have gotten her message across a better way, and in my opinion, class is not a fashion show, so it shouldn't matter what I wear. Then times have changed because class was always a fashion show while I was in school. I wasn't the fashion queen though. So let's examine this complicated simple. It's simple enough to avoid getting that F in class, but it's complicated because it's a layered societal stigma. And many times we want to give such stigmas a big, fat, juicy finger. Let's break down this complicated simple. We'll start with the supposedly simple. The pen is mightier than the sword. Let's let that sink in for a moment. The pen is mightier
in the church
than the sword.
Said amen. Amen.
That's what a teacher used to always tell my defiant behind. "Miss Bullock, I heard you. I get it now." And I respect that message wholeheartedly. In this case, student Miss Lady can earn an A, but she can be scored an F by her professor as punishment for continuing to wear the bonnet. Now that's the simple, not to be mistaken with fair. I said simple. Now, the complicated is that it's yet another stigma that was created to shame Black women. Historically, enslaved Black women were required to cover their hair. Some say it was to conceal their exotic allure. Other historians argue that it was enforced as a reminder of social classes and inferiorities. Many women found ways to defy the rules by adorning their head coverings with trinkets of nature's beauty, such as flowers and feathers and stones. After the abolition of slavery in America, some Black women continued to wear the head coverings in creative ways. Soon, words such as lazy and Aunt Jemima became synonymous with Black women wearing head coverings in public. Meanwhile, images of non-Black women wearing head coverings were glamorized as being the peak of high fashion, the epitome of diamonds, pearls, and vogue. Sunkissed says, if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribing is free. The notification bell becomes visible only after you click subscribe. So, when I read this post, I recognized one unspoken word in bold print. P-R-I-D-E. Pride. Are both of these women staring pride down from different angles? Is student Miss Lady too prideful to back down, even at the risk of taking that F? Or is she taking a stand, being unmovable in her values? Is she simply having a bad hair day? Is Professor Miss Lady too prideful to realize that her values and beliefs of what's considered acceptable attire for her is evidently different for that of her students? Is she willing to teach this lesson even at the risk of abusing her power, which is the grade book? What do y'all think? I have my thoughts about it. But y'all, you gotta admit, this post is pretty funny. Although this topic can get heavy quickly, this post is funny. Student Miss Lady was definitely petty boots with revealing the second bonnet. What was it that she said? When I lifted my first bonnet off of my head slowly, she stared and waited, only for the reveal of my second bonnet. I'm so tickled right now. Miss Student Lady, you were daring her. Do not ever try to call the bluff of another petty woman, especially if she has some power. And if you're lucky, next year when you go to register again for that failed class, she will be the only professor available. Now what? So just stay one step ahead, sis, and try not to pour salt in an open wound. But dang, I would have loved to be there when she revealed that second bonnet. Priceless. Priceless. So listen, you may agree or disagree, no problem, because that's the point I'm making. It's about preferences. There's no absolute right or concrete wrong. Our beliefs are guided by thoughts that we buy into. All I can say is be careful where you shop. And so I know I barely nicked the tip of this iceberg, because this one is a doozy. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who gets to wear the petty pin this week? Tell me what you all think. Look, be sure to send in your correct AZ posts and sticky stories to me at sunkissednic on Insta. Thank you, friend of a friend, for sending this story to me. Thank you all for watching this edition
of Sunkissed Says.
Until next time, enjoy the rest of your 24. I'm Sunkissed Nick. Click the link above for another classy, sassy hair tutorial or session of Sunkissed Says.